was just like, "Oh, it kind of hurts, but it'll be okay." Oh wow, wait, did I? Oh, we're live. I'm an idiot. Hello, children of the world and non-children of the world. Hello. This is a show where we talk about wrestling cartoons and many other sillinesses going wrong in the world. This not sentences that I'm speaking. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to OT Graps, this hellhole of a playground that we occupy every single Tuesday, except for the past 2 Tuesdays because of Fourth
Yeah,
of July, family
and
things,
many things.
and potentially future Tuesdays to come. But we're here today. That's all that matters. Liam says, "Omar, put that vest back on." What vest are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
I don't know. Do I have a vest? Oh, I think he was talking to you, Trevor. Put that vest back. Yeah, see,
oh,
look,
it was
he
it,
amended
it
it.
was
Trev, put that vest back on.
it
He
wasn't
wants
a
to.
vest. It
He
was
wants to
a
see only Trevs, man. He wants to see your only Trevs.
it's a lot of this actually. That's all.
Hey, man, for
And
$5 a month, Trevor will do just about anything you.
I'll eat pudding.
You heard that
Oh,
first, Liam.
and since we're here and since we're open, I want to openly thank you. I know he has already thanked you all for 10K followers.
I have not thanked. I have not
Oh, you're
thanked the
not?
Rote community yet. But go ahead.
Well,
No, thank them on
thank
my
you
behalf. No, no, no. Thank them on. No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
guys.
Steal
Well,
the limelight.
for me and Omar, thank you so much for the support, following, the joining in on the silliness that we do every Tuesday when we do a show. Um, and like also thank Omar for like even allowing me to be part of this when he probably works harder than I do on this, but thank you for even allowing me to take credit in any part of it, and I just appreciate being here.
I want to say this publicly, loudly. I said it on Twitter actually, so technically I did like thank,
Yeah.
but I haven't had a chance to do it on the main channel. But I'm completely fucking with you, Trevor. I love you. You know that.
Of
Um,
course.
Genuinely though, Trevor, everything that I said in that tweet and more, obviously, like I meant, like there's nobody
Absolutely.
else that I would rather have, started a podcast with, and no one else I'd rather just literally get on a Zoom call for an hour to 2 hours every single Tuesday and just be like, all right, what are we doing? All right, we're just gonna talk about wrestling and New Orleans. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything, just like you being there for me, like as a friend. Forget like the wrestling, forget all that stuff. As a friend, like you are, like there's not many people who are as open and honest and as caring, like genuinely for freaking caring as you. So thank you for that. Thank you for your friendship first and foremost. Thank you for your
Appreciate that, buddy.
contributions, of course, and most of all though, thank you guys out there because
Guys.
Um, for me, like podcasting, YouTubing is something I've been doing I've been doing for like now what 3 years. Of course, started with Real Take Sports. That channel kind of it hasn't died. I'm working on resurrecting it. It is there's a vision there eventually.
Yeah,
And
I
then like
was wondering about that. I haven't seen a lot of things from you on that channel.
it's like look, I only have a certain amount of time, and plus like the I wanted to kind of redo the content that I was doing there. I'm also like redoing the content I'm doing here, um but like no, genuinely like every single one of you, the fact that like the content that's on this channel is like whatever it is, whether it was short, whether it was a stream, whether it was a podcast, whether it was a video, whatever it was. The fact that 10,000 people, like it was convincing enough, whatever it was, to make 10,000 people or 10,000 accounts um hit like one button, like the fact that and I know that sounds like weird every time I say it, right? But it's like the fact that like you can convince someone to do something, physically do something, even as like benign or whatever is like pushing a button, it is freaking insane to me that that we've had that influence, that this channel's had that influence, that I've had that influence. I appreciate every single one of you. There's obviously more to come. I have, of course, been trying to work on this one. Been trying to get him in the YouTube. YouTube even YouTube even like lowered their monetization thresholds.
I saw that. Yeah,
Bro, we could get you 500 subscribers easily, my G.
I'm actually kind of funny. Looking in actual.
Bro, only Trebs. I'm telling you, only Trebs. Forget the OnlyFans logo. He's just like, I'm eating pudding.
I mean, pudding.
Pudding with wrestling. But
That'd be
no,
great.
the Trevor. There's some. I'm gonna work on you. We're gonna continue to work on you.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a lot of stuff going on.
no, but
So
yeah,
did you want to start with icebreaker this week?
sure. Lay it on me.
Well, since in tune with everything that's going on with the Samoan dynasty, Samoan family and everything, which we'll talk about later. But I don't think I've ever asked you this. Who is your out of the Samoan dynasty, both sides of the family? Who is your favorite wrestler out of that family?
Rikishi.
Is Rikishi your favorite, honestly?
Yeah,
Because
Rikishi. I mean, he used to.
Yokozuna is my favorite. Always have been. I was a
Sorry, no,
big
no, no.
Yoko
Let
fan.
me be clear. We like. I'm gonna give you a version of Rikishi. Junior Fatu in TNA, who showed up
Gotcha.
for 2 weeks. Who
Mm-hmm.
showed up for 2 weeks in TNA, jobbed everyone out, and and when asked about a match with Bobby Roode, for this jabroni Bobby Roode. So this jabroni Bobby Roode. Yeah, no, I was just like, this guy, like, he's a backup. He's amazing. He got paid all his money, worked for 2 weeks, beat everyone, and
And
then
just left.
just left. And he had the privilege of just burying Bobby Roode on the way.
That was
Jabroni,
just
Rick
hilarious.
Rude, Bobby Roode, whatever your name is.
You know,
Amazing.
I sometimes forget guys like him were even on TNA for even any part
Everybody was
of the time.
everybody was in TNA, man. Like Macho Man was in TNA. Vince Russo was a character in TNA. Like
Mhm.
everybody had a stint in TNA. Don't forget the 5-time WCW champion Booker T. Do not forget Booker T in
Yeah,
TNA. Respect.
the Hardys were there. Like everybody was there.
Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner was there multiple times.
I was trying to forget that.
China was there. China was in TNA.
Yeah, very briefly though, but yeah, she was there. Wasn't Mr. Perfect there for a short period
Mr.
of time
Perfect
too?
was in TNA.
Yeah,
Bro, everybody, literally. CM Punk was
literally
there.
everybody.
I'm pretty sure Brian had an appearance. Sammy
I never,
Guevara was in
yeah.
TNA.
Sammy Guevara did have a stint on there. Yeah, he did. He did. It
Cody.
was. So many people.
Brandy, all the legends. TNA makes superstar a factory, a superstar factory. That's what TNA is.
I think out of the family, like I said, Yokozuna is probably my favorite. But I also enjoy the many incarnations of Rikishi.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second. I think we're better now. There was a very, very stupid mistake that I made. Not
There was a
on the
lag.
stream, a technical mistake that I made, like on the technical producing side of things.
Absolutely.
Something that needed to be plugged in was not plugged in, and had it not been plugged in, we would have lost everything for like
You know,
10 minutes.
that reminds me of a story once. Like, my mom bought this paper shredder, the shredder papers and stuff, and she's shredding it, just trying to shred it. She goes, I spent all this money on this stupid shredder and it won't work. I was like, did you turn it on? Of course, Trevor. I'm not that dumb. I turned it on. Did you plug it in? Oh. So, yes, she did not plug it in.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. Imagine, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, what? I know that's what my dumb ass would do though. That's what my dumb ass would do. I'm just be like, why are you pushing it into like, come
Dude, it was the funniest thing. I wish you would have saw that shit. She was literally jamming it in and yelling at me and my cousin. And we're like, did
Wait,
you
why are you
plug
yelling at
it
me?
in?
I'm not the one who's. Oh, that's so sad. Oh man, that's amazing memory
Uh,
though.
Good stuff. Great stuff.
Can I give you my real answer though? Like my genuine answer.
Oh, from that family? I thought you
Yeah.
actually did like
I
Rikishi.
mean, I like Rikishi, of course, but like Umaga, or as William Regal called him, Umanga. I mean, he was
Was it Joe? Was that Joey? Was that
Eki.
which
Eki is what they called
Eddie?
him. Like
Eddie,
Eddie, I
yeah,
think was his name, but like, it was
Eddie.
Eki,
There you
what they
go. Eddie
called
was
him.
his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
Umanga, baby. He
manga man
should have been a WWE champion.
should have. I think besides like his in ring ability, one of the best things, and this is just, I mean, it's satire, of course, but one of the best thing was Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Estrada. Hi, everybody, listen to me. Oh my god. Former general manager of ECW, Armando Estrada.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah, no wonder that brand died.
The Samoan bulldozer. Oh my god. That was so great. But no, I stick with my answer as Yokozuna. Growing up, I loved Yokozuna. I was actually just like everybody else, just as shocked when I found out he was not Asian.
Oh, you're telling me WWE booked the non-Japanese guy to be a Japanese guy? What? That's not what.
They don't do things like that.
Do things like that. Next thing you're gonna tell me, Chief J Strongbow wasn't actually Native American.
He absolutely was.
Not.
Not even a little bit.
It's like, next thing you're telling me Muhammad Hassan wasn't even Arab.
I mean,
That man was
we know.
Italian. I was so mad when I found that out, Trevor. I was so mad.
I remember you told me that. He was so bad about that.
So mad. I was like, yo, this man's Italian.
Well, it was just like
I mean,
honestly, I felt when I found out.
that's not me. Like, it has nothing to do with Italians. I'm like, he
Well,
wasn't brown. That's my point here. Love you, love the Italians. Love your food.
what was really funny to me, like, and this is not wrestling related, but when I was young and I saw Scarface, I really thought I didn't know his name. I thought Al Pacino was Cuban. I really did. Like
My man watched Scarface.
until I found
Yeah,
out what his
he
name
actually
was.
talks like.
Until I found out what his name was, I was like, wait, his name's Al Pacino. That's not Cuban.
And then you're watching like his other movies. You're like, wait, he's Michael Pacino. Wait, Scarface is Michael Corleone.
Because I actually saw Scarface before I saw Good
Host
Godfather.
from Any Given Sunday. It's like I would have loved to have been there, like in your head when you like made when you made those connections. You'd be like,
It was the
damn.
funniest thing possible, bruh. I was like, "What?" And my grandfather just died laughing. He was like, "You didn't know that?" I was like, "No." It was absolutely hilarious.
Oh
About
my god.
Yokozuna, like there was an interview recently where Rikishi was talking about the first time he saw Yokozuna on on TV, and he did the Yokozuna gimmick, and Jay and Jay and Jimmy were doing were watching it. He goes, "Wait, that's not that's not him. That guy's Japanese."
Hashtag no, he isn't.
Their own, and the funny thing, his own kinfolk thought he's. It was so funny. Uh,
It's like, oh my god. You see, like Samoa Joe once did an interview where he was like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Like, if I like went back to my family tree or something, and I like traced it back, I'm probably cousins with the Usos."
Maybe you never know, but you know,
Speaking
uh,
of, sorry, speaking of the Usos, I do want to say, um, I like I was fortunate enough this week that I was just so happened to be in New York, on Friday.
yeah, I saw your Twitter.
Yeah, and it was like a very like I didn't even know SmackDown was gonna be at MSG until like that day,
Yeah, I didn't either actually.
and then like I like realized because I was already there for like work, and it was like, wait, I can go. Wait, I could go to MSG. First of all, WWE. I can't give them crap because it worked. Those tickets were mad expensive. Like I was sitting up the good okay, the decent tickets were even some of the shady tickets were mad expensive. I was sitting
Right,
all in the 300s for like
I
I
figured you
had like
would have
them
been.
cheap seats, and I still paid like $80 or whatever. Um, but like even like if you wanted to like sit in the bowl, you had to pay like $300 per ticket. It was crazy, but that's MSG. But a great
Right.
crowd. I got to witness the bloodline trial of Roman Reigns.
That was
What
great TV.
it was impeccable television. That was story. It was Trevor. It was cinema.
Cinema.
Uh, cinema. Martin Scorsese would be proud of what Triple H was able to accomplish. Um,
This is one of the best storylines in WWE history. I'll say it.
I think
I'll say it
I
to
will
the top of
raise
the
you
mic.
one of, and I will give you the. It is the best. There is no better storyline in wrestling history than this.
No, no, not at all. And like even when in we talked about it extensively, and I mentioned once before that I thought it was getting a little stale at one point. I think we both said that Chris Jericho is better than Yokozuna. You
What
can't be
does this
proud.
have to do with anything?
You can't. Anyway,
This
anyway,
has nothing to do with nothing.
it has nothing to do with anything. Anywho, but no, like but even though it was kind of getting stale at one point, they rejuvenated it and they made it work, and it's in like it is the best story in wrestling. It is one of the best ones I'll ever see.
Because like I try to think of like all time great storylines, right? I mean, like when you really try to think back, like you have the Mega Powers, which was
Of
like
course.
long running, like, great storytelling. But even then, I'm like, this is grander and bigger than that ever was. I
Yep.
think like for me, the one that like that I think about was like maybe like the NWO. Like I mean, the NWO versus the WC versus WCW
It was good.
was great. I mean, I think like that was probably my number one before this. And even though it had no ending, it just
Yeah.
fizzled out. But I mean, like Andre versus Hogan was a really good one too. But like you
Yeah.
go back and
Yeah.
think, and it's like still like you're like nothing was as good as this. Nothing has been as satisfying as
Undertaker and
good as
Kane
this.
story was good. The Undertaker and
Under
Kane story
There
was
you
really
go.
good.
Yeah, it's a great one too. But like even then, I'm like, what if you ask me which one's better, Bloodline or Undertaker Kane? I mean, I wouldn't blame people to still say Taker Kane, but think
Of course.
Bloodline. Like,
Bloodline, man. Like they, like it's one of those things where four, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, you would not have gotten me to say that. Oh, that Roman Reigns would be in this position at being possibly one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, if not being one of the greatest heels. Like it, but no, like it would, like, honestly, I wouldn't have not have put that on him. I would not have said that about him years ago. I saw potential in him. I think everybody did, but he was just didn't have it. But the rebranding of Roman Reigns was chef kiss. It was probably the best thing for, not probably, it was the best thing for his career. Same thing with the Usos.
like whenever people ask or whenever people are like, best story in WWE history, not even close. I'm like, what other story in pro wrestling history can say that it, like, over the course of like the past year or whatever, it's main evented multiple pay-per-views. Like, it's sorry, no. It's had it had like they have drawn segments. Segments have main evented pay-per-views because like,
Yep.
look at Sami Zayn Royal Rumble turn. That entire match was building up to a segment, right? That was a segment that went on last. The Bloodline Civil War, sure, it was a match, but really, you're there for
It
the
was a
drama.
segment.
You're there for the segment. Same thing, even with Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. While that was a great match, I think one of the best matches of the year, was still a segment because like it was cinema, man. Like it. I know people hate that word, cinema, whatever. That's what it is, bro. This is like great. Roman Reigns is going to like he's going to be the next Rock. Like this man is going to make hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, like in
Absolutely.
Hollywood when he decides to leave next year. So I mean, like it's just like you said.
Yeah. It, I mean, the only thing close to being this good, and honestly, I think they could have did it a little better, was the Adam Page story. The Adam Page story, only because of longevity, and it still wasn't as good. You know what I mean? But it could have been.
But here's the thing: the Adam Page, and this is not saying I don't think the Adam Page Elite story is better than the Bloodline.
It
But
was
the
me
thing about
either.
the Adam Page story is technically still going on because
You're right.
the
You're right.
weird thing about the Elite and probably the best thing is they're like it's all one arc. Like it's all one story. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's such a weird thing. They have been able to do something that I don't think like anyone in wrestling is able to do. Like every single story that they tell individually goes together. Like it is all they're all combined. The story of AEW is the story of the Elite. Like that is always going to be the big story. Whether Adam Page is wrestling Moxley, whether Adam Page is wrestling Omega, who doesn't matter. They're always going to be intertwined, and you're going to like view them as you're going to view it all as one arc. So I think that's pretty cool. Um, Now Charles, first of all, thank you for your chat, Charles. Charles in the chat says, how they will end it will determine if it was very good. And that brings us, Trevor, to the proposed main event of SummerSlam in Detroit, Michigan. I thought you were drinking like a 40 live on camera. I was like, that is aggressive. No, I know it's pure leaf. I see it. No, I see it. Don't worry. I was like, damn. It is it's like it's one of those days. It's a Tuesday. The sun ain't even down, Trevor. Um anyway,
uh,
but anyway, yeah, so SummerSlam, Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, their first encounter since Hell in a Cell 2020 when this whole thing really started. Trevor, how did they do it? Should it end at SummerSlam?
so I've had this talk, and I think I actually said this on air. I'm not sure if I did, but this is kind of what I said was going to happen. I think we both kind of said this. Um, when Jimmy super kicked, saved his brother from Roman. Like we were all kind of like, okay, it's about to happen, but like it shouldn't have been
I
Jimmy.
can't get no more.
Can't take no moves. But it shouldn't have been. We all said the same thing. It shouldn't have been Jimmy. It shouldn't have been Jimmy. But it should have been Jimmy, and it should have been Jimmy for a reason, because what it set up was what just happened. Jimmy, Jay was still conflicted, super conflicted, didn't know which way to go. Roman pretty much turned his back on both of them. Jay, was just, that's my cousin, that's my brother. I don't know what to do. He finally nutted up instead of shut up and joined his brother. They wrestled Roman, and then they beat him. He's the first person to pin him
since who? Name the name. Who was the last person to beat Roman Reigns?
Was it Jay?
Oh, you
I don't remember.
November 2019 in like a dog food
Oh,
match.
yeah.
Oh, good old Bebo Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
Baron
that's right.
Corbin.
Baron Corbin was the last person to beat Roman. You're right.
The fact that they were able,
about that.
The fact that they were able to rehabilitate Roman to this level from that,
Yeah,
this might be the
about that.
greatest transformation in pro wrestling history.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Like, I really forgot it was Baron Corbin. But yeah,
That was when they put that was the dog feud, the dog food feud.
Yeah. Terribleness. I forgot about that. But yeah, like, I mean, he pinned him, and then now this is happening. Like, I had a feeling like that was going to be a setup. Like, Jimmy was going to go down, and Jay just had enough. I'm done, and he was going to come in there and ready to whoop his cousin's ass, as he said. I think, honestly, the way they're doing it, I already know Vince has nothing to do with this. He can't have anything to do with this, because he did. He'd have fucked it up a long time ago. Pardon my language. But no, like, this is amazing. Honestly, I would say end it at SummerSlam, but it would probably be better to end it at WrestleMania.
Boo! You were doing so good, and then
I honestly say end it at SummerSlam.
I'm not waiting a year for this shit.
No, I'd say end it at SummerSlam. End it at SummerSlam. The biggest wrestling event in the summer. End it at SummerSlam. But
you just want to go to Philly. Don't lie to yourself. You just want to go to Philly. You want to
witness
this shit. You just want to witness. No, you just want to witness this shit. You just want to witness it. You want to be like, I was there. You want to buy one of those T-shirts? I was there. I mean, yeah, but like, bro, I'm just saying. I also, by the way, in my latest video, I laid out perfectly why I think Jey Uso should be the one to beat Roman Reigns and how the Bloodline storyline should end. So go check that out. But guys, Trevor, I love you to death. Ain't waiting a year for this though. No.
That's what I said. I want to see it at SummerSlam, but I would love to see it in person. But I want to see it at SummerSlam. It should end at SummerSlam. That was the first thing I said.
No.
No.
No, not today. Yeah, we got music in the chat. I love you guys so much. Oh, I love YouTube music. Hey, if there's one thing I love music. Don't you love music, Trevor? I love music too. We love music. Hashtag we love music. Jermaine in the chat says, end it Night of Champions where it all started. Sure, but also I'm like, look, Night of Champions ain't exactly like WrestleMania, right? It's like it all began at WrestleMania and it's all gonna end at WrestleMania. Like, that's fine. Like, I get that, but I'm like, don't give me that. Not a champion, not a champion. WrestleMania, same level. It's evolution. Like, no, I don't need. I need 2000s JR being like, oh my god, it's Mark Jindrak, the next member of Evolution. He's evolved.
Oh god,
Mark Jindrak, look at him. He can barely fit in his suit.
Do. And I'm mad everybody does do at this point.
No. Well, you're gonna have to go talk to Vince about that. No. What was I talking? What were you talking about? Jey Uso. Like I
Yeah.
said. Anyway, my whole point, all seriousness, jokes aside, Jey Uso has like Roman Reigns has very obviously been the villain of this entire story, right? And what and in professional wrestling, end of storylines, no matter what you want to say, like the end of stories usually have to have satisfying ending, like usually. And the biggest story in professional wrestling history, after everything the Roman's done, after all the way he's cheated to keep his title, after all the conniving, everything that he's done, it would make so much sense. It would be so satisfying to see him on his butt, 1, 2, 3, get beat by the man who started this, who basically started the bloodline, the same man who has had Roman's back, who has helped him the entire way. I liken in my opinion, right? If this was Game of Thrones, Roman Reigns would be Cersei, and Jey Uso would be Jon Snow. Like that's what I see, and I'm not saying like, oh, they were on the same side. Like obviously storylines are different, but I'm talking about as far as like their roles kind of in this story.
Mhm.
Like Jey Uso has been the guy who's like always been there. He's like, like he's been there. You've been like wanting him to be good. You've been the entire time we've been wanting him to be good, and
Yeah.
it's just, man, we want it. We want it, man. We want it. Let's go. Let's go. Jey Uso. Jey Uso for WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. Let's go.
He's what I saw on Friday and what I have been seeing through this year. He's ready. He's
And
ready.
and
It's time.
all
It's absolutely time.
all you people
Like,
who want to say, all you people who want to say like, oh well, it's too early, or all you people who want to say, well, what's gonna happen afterwards? I'm like, this storyline is so good. Whatever happens afterwards is never gonna live up to it, no matter what they do. No matter what
nope.
they do, it's
No
not
matter
gonna live
what
up
they
to it.
do.
You
Nope.
cannot think about it. You have to end this. This is the series finale of the bloodline. Think about it like this. What happens afterwards does not matter. Series finale. What are we doing? Let's end it. End it right. Have the good guy win. Have Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso do his thing. Let's finish it right, boys.
Yep. Let's do the right thing. Like as Spike Lee used to say, let's do what's right, dude. Like he's ready. He like I said, his promos top notch. His performance in the ring top notch. He is doing some of the best work I've seen him do since he came to the WWE. Him and his brother too, Jimmy as well. Like it's time. He's ready. It's time.
On some Bruce Buffer shit. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Let's go. It's time. Oh man. Like let's just also, can we talk about, what we don't talk about enough? We don't talk about enough. This still, I'm gonna
What are
go
we
to it.
talking
I'm
about?
gonna go to it real quick.
The man, the king, the
Not this.
god of this shit, and it
Not
fuck
this. I mean, although yes to that too, but like we don't talk about this nearly enough, guys. Whatever, my camera is not working on this screen. It's okay. It be like that. But no, we don't talk about this enough. This still right here of Jey Uso
Oh yeah.
staring at Roman Reigns. The way he's staring at him, like this might be one of the best like pictures, images, visuals, whatever you want to call it, like not only of the storyline but in pro wrestling history. Like what this dude, like they were able to go out there and like really make you think that Jey Uso, like this was it. Jey Uso's finally going to turn on Roman. I mean, it didn't happen then, but I'm like, man, this has been building up for a long time, and you could tell like people there, they wanted it. They want Jey to be good. They want Jey to be like the hero, and I think at SummerSlam he's got a chance, Trev.
I think so too. I mean, like I said, it started with Jay. It should end with Jay.
There's still time, Charles. There's still time.
Plenty of time.
Don Toretto needs more wrestling cousins, man. Like he's got The Rock as his cousin in that movie. John Cena's his brother in that movie.
Everybody's brother. Like he has so many family members. It's ridiculous.
It's the family.
You know, another thing we don't do enough on this show. Normally, it's like one segment of WWE, and then we talk about AEW extensively. And there's one guy who we don't talk about enough, and it's about time. And that guy is L.A.
Oh,
Knight.
I thought you were going to talk about someone else that I don't like. Oh, I love LA Knight. Let's go. Let's talk about him.
Who'd you think I was mentioning?
Yeah, some jobber who just signed with MLW.
Ooh,
Some jobber. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
you don't mean Matt Cardona, do you?
Yeah, some jobber.
There's a couple jobbers that could sign with
Yeah, some
my.
jobber, man. Some loser. Let's just say, the jobber down here, Zack Ryder, up here.
So he said, I didn't know he signed with MLW. That's something I didn't know. Anyway, LA Knight. Dude, like, is there anyone more over than him at this point? Like,
I mean,
I mean, I can think of
I'll
a few
have
off.
you know that the bloodline are all more over than him.
I
I
just want to be a
mean,
smart ass. I'm sorry. No, you're right. You're right. Yes.
I mean, like, besides the obvious, right? But like, dude, like, he's wrestling Shin Nakamura, and they booed Shinsuke. They booed Shinsuke Nakamura over him. They booed him. Like the guy who just got a song made, a song, professional rapper made a song about Lil Uzi Vert, made a song for Shinsuke Nakamura, and he got booed. They booed everyone in that ring but LA Knight. And then they didn't even put LA Knight on TV on SmackDown, which kind of pissed me off.
Well, I'll have you know this. When I got to the arena, LA Knight had just come out. He was at SmackDown. He did a
What?
thing before the show started.
It was a little
I
digital
was
thing.
so blown by the fact that he wasn't on that show. I was just
And he talked for 2 seconds.
like he did a thing. He beat up Top Dollar. Beat
Yeah,
up
he
Top
did.
Dollar 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Like, come on a digital exclusive, I beat up Top Dollar. Like, let's
No,
go. Like, what?
right.
Everybody beats up Top Dollar. Like, you beat up Top Dollar like 4 or 5 times now. Like, Dollar just
And I think
loses.
that's all he does at this point. And like I think one of the biggest controversy and things that fans are talking about right now is the fact that they're really not using him. Like he's in Money in the Bank. I mean, I get it. What you're trying to do, you're trying to break up
Hey,
whatever. But you know,
Damian Priest. I love you, Damian Priest. But like, I'm like over LA Knight.
yeah, no, there is no reason he should. No. Like
Could you imagine, like, he could have like turned that like briefcase? It could have been like a medieval theme because he's like a knight. Like, it could have been. There's so many things he could have done. When Damian Priest is gonna be like, It's the Judgment Day. It's a black briefcase now. I'm going to work. Look, it's got "I love mommy" written.
and I think we might be biased because he is a hometown boy. He is from the DMV. He's Hagerstown, Maryland. But
Yeah, Hagerstown.
um, but like, dude, he's over, dog. He's completely over. Do something with the man. Like, stop
No.
making him beat up jobbers.
To quote Vince McMahon, you don't like what you like. You like what I tell you to like.
Which is why Triple H had to save his ass.
Hey man, Vince was still backstage. Vince was still rewriting the show. Vince. They, like now they're like trying to quote Vince proof the show when they write it, like Triple H and company. So
I heard something about that. Yeah,
what they do is because one rule that Vince like usually followed was like if he promised something the week prior, like he wasn't going to change it like in the week leading up to it. So
right.
like if like they advertise the match right on SmackDown, so next week it's going to be LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura, then he's less likely to cancel like that match or scratch that match or rewrite that match. It's still going to happen. So like now with
Right.
matches, they're like trying to Vince proof it. They're like, oh yeah, and then next week it's gonna be Damian Priest versus someone else who's cool who Vince hates.
Right.
So like they try to do that now. Vince is still rewriting the show though. He was backstage at Madison Square Garden.
Doesn't shock me. It's Madison Square Garden. Doesn't shock me at all.
It's the Vince at Madison Square Garden. It's my arena. That's,
What was
what, that's just what Vince sounds like now.
Yeah, he's just a scratchy bullhorn at this point.
A rich, scratchy bullhorn. He's very my God, is he rich?
Yes, I mean, I'm still talking about him. I don't care. And how bad does a storyline have to be when the person cutting the promo is making fun of it, talking about Cody Rhodes? Like, he literally said he has no idea why Brock Lesnar attacked him.
Bro,
Like,
this useless ass feud. All the momentum that Cody had, everything. Like they put him in a feud with Brock Lesnar and it sucks. It
it's
sucks.
terrible.
The matches suck. The promos suck. The only cool thing is just that one time when they were in Baltimore and Brock Lesnar just came out like, yeah, doggy, I'm gonna fucking Cody Rhodes, and he just fought him. That was the only cool thing. And then after it all sucked.
Dude, it's so bad, and that's awful because Cody, like you said, has been on a tear. He's been hot. Has so much momentum, and we thought we were gonna get Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes again. That's what we thought, but no. The big dumb dork with a cowboy hat comes out and interrupts it. So, like, dude, I'm so sick of this.
We got WWE prepare his well-deserved run by not making him appear. Triple H said it. I mean,
Who?
so who? I
Oh,
don't even know who, but like,
I think he's talking about LA
LA
Knight.
Knight. I think he's talking about LA
Yeah.
Knight. Yeah. No, bro. Like,
That's
it's
so
just
stupid.
it's just what it is. It's gonna be
I
problems.
mean, he probably did say it, and I don't disagree with that because but still, that's dumb as hell.
All things considered, WWE now versus what WWE was in like 2021, 2020, 2019, leagues above what they
Like,
were with Vince McMahon
leaps and
fully in
bounds
charge.
better. Yeah,
Like
leaps and
not
bounds
even
better.
close. Anyway.
Oh, one last thing. Have you seen this video circling the internet with a workout video with Triple H and LA Knight?
No, I haven't. Are they are they shooting roids into their butts?
Not on camera. It's So it's kind of how like you see those advertisements for workout tapes, and it's like you can tell it's a little dated because they both look. One, LA Knight looks younger, and Triple H has hair stubble on his head, and so they're he goes, all right, now we're gonna do some I forget what exercise he said we're gonna do, and LA Knight goes, yeah. I'm like, dude, like it's the funniest thing. It literally is the funniest thing.
You know what? You know what? I do want to mention this about the yeah chance. Yeah is way better than what? Sorry. I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I loved
Yeah,
everything he did in my G. The what chance?
I could not stand the what chance.
It was like it only worked when Austin was doing it. It only like that's the only time it was acceptable. Wrestling fans, I understand you're having fun. The most annoying thing when I was at this WWE show. This reminded me why I don't go to like WWE TV shows when they're cutting promos. Bro, all they did what? What? Every time Jey Uso said anything, what? I'm just like, can you stop? Just
Shut up.
like shut up. Like y'all are so annoying. Like this is why I don't. And then I get mad when AEW fans do it too. I get mad at them too
Of course.
because I hate the what chance. I hate the what
I
chance. It's
hate
like
the
my
what chance, and I'm tired of like is like nothing happening in the ring, and all of a sudden you're 5 minutes into the arena, everyone goes, "Woo!" I'm so sick of that. I am so sick of that. Like, I get it, Ric Flair, whatever. He's not here. Why are you saying
they do
woo?
that. They do that like before the show starts too. You'll have people be like,
Yeah.
and other people like do it too. I'm like, sure if that's what rocks your boat. But I'm also like, man, there's no whatever. Who cares? I understand the like I get that because he's like wrestling. It's like
Right. And my
yeah,
brother, like, imagine I was what, 15, I guess, 16,
yeah,
and we're at the dinner table, and my brother's like, "What? What?" I'm like,
yeah,
"You shut up!" I literally just walked away from the conversation. Every time I just walk away because it was annoying.
yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah,
Yeah, I was watching old
yeah.
Eli Drake stuff too, and it was hilarious. I
Oh, you
forgot
mean
how funny
you were
he
watching the
was.
old tapes of Eli Drake?
Eli Drake, dummy. Yeah.
Look, I mean the yes chants aren't as annoying.
No, they're not. Not as annoying, but they can be annoying to certain if certain people say them. But yeah, yeah,
Speaking of which, Trevor, I have a question for you.
yes, sir.
Who is the greatest professional wrestler of all time?
I know who you're gonna say, but I don't know if that's
Who is
true.
the greatest? Who is the greatest professional wrestler of all time?
In your mind,
In your
Brian
opinion?
Daniels.
No. In your opinion?
In my opinion, greatest wrestler of all time. I don't. mm. I mean, honestly, I think it's different for different generations. Right now, like at one point,
Of all
someone
time. You're
of
no,
all
of
time,
all time. Of all time.
one of my favorites was um Owen Hart. He was one of my favorites. Brett
You
and
son of a
you can
gun.
put the,
You son of a gun. I hate you. You know damn well. Oh, you ruined the bit.
I knew you were gonna say, but
All
no,
due respect to Owen. All due respect to Owen. The question: did Owen? See, I can't even say it. It just sounds mean
but
when I say
no,
it.
but no, I know what you're saying. Brian Danielson might be the, if not possibly, is the greatest wrestler.
Did Shawn Michaels ever beat Kazuchika Okada with a broken arm?
He's never wrestled Kazuchika
He's also
Okada.
never wrestled with a broken arm.
No,
No.
true, absolutely. Like, I mean, the only other person I could put up there with him is probably Cody Rhodes because he wrestled with a torn pectoral, but that's not the same thing.
Cody Rhodes didn't put in a labella lock
No,
on
he
Kazuchika
didn't.
Okada and then stretch it out into a regal stretch, like
Dude,
with a
just
broken
watching
freaking arm.
that
He
back,
didn't
I'm
wrestle a
like,
30-minute match with a broken freaking arm, a freshly
he's
broken arm.
because he broke it like in the first couple minutes of the match,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like first 5 minutes of the match, and then he was like, "Oh, well, this isn't an issue, but I got Okada."
But see, one thing I will say from boxing, like I did, and breaking my hand. And I don't know if the arm is the same way, but breaking once you break your hand and it gets numb, you don't care what the hell you do with it at that point. But because it's numb, like you're not feeling it right then. You know what I mean? Like you'll feel it later, but you're not feeling it now. And I'm not. I have messed up my arm before, but I don't know if it's the same. If the same, term like ideology, but dude, regardless of it at all, it was still amazing. It was amazing to see.
It was amazing to see for sure. I mean, okay. Forbidden Door 2023 was one of the best pay-per-views, I think we can agree, of the year.
Oh,
I remember like watching, I was like, okay, like this is a show that is like it's got like all the matches are gonna be good, but it's really a top heavy card. Like when you look at like what the top of this card looked like, Bryan Danielson versus um Okada, which we're gonna talk about just in a second. And then by God, Omega versus
of course,
Will
the show
Ospreay
stealer.
was
The,
a
the show
Tiger
stealer.
Driver 9. Like, he literally dropped it like almost 40 minutes into this match. He drops Kenny Omega smack on his head,
Yep.
driving. Like I'm just like that's just it's just I don't know. I have conflicted feelings about that, but like my God, that was a really good match.
It was a hell of a match. I mean, I do have again. I feel you with the head drop. I feel the same way, but like, damn, it was a good match. Even Jungle Boy was a decent match.
It was a decent match.
Yeah, I mean,
The promo on Dynamite though is not decent.
no, it
I'm
was
Jungle
terrible.
Boy Jack Perry, and I don't like you, Hook. You're a champion. And I don't like that. I'm Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and I'm a bad guy now.
He kind of did sound like an old grandpa with mush in his mouth.
I got mush in my mouth. I have a small mouth. My name's Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I,
he,
you
he did. It
And
was
Hook just
terrible.
came out and like, Hook, this dude Hook just comes out of nowhere, bro. He's fast. That kid is fast.
It is very fast.
Very nice. Anyway, Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada, Trevor. Please give me your thoughts.
If it's definitely in the running for match of the year, if not match of the year, Brian Daniels, Brian Danielson showed honestly why he is in the discussion for greatest wrestler of ever. He definitely showed why. Like I can't imagine wrestling with a broken arm. Like I've done a lot of interesting things. I won't necessarily say stupid, but interesting things
Will
in
not
my
incriminate
lifetime.
myself.
In my lifetime, and a lot of them, well, some of them involve broken bones, but like, dude, I could not imagine doing something that physical with a broken arm. Like, it's just, dude, hats off to you, Brian. A hero is you, or an idiot is you, depending on what you say, who you ask. But my God, that was amazing. That was just all inspiring to watch.
Bryan Danielson is the greatest professional wrestler to ever lace up a pair of boots, shoes, put on strap, all of it. Greatest. Period. I am willing to debate anyone about this. I'm willing to I'll go to my grave thinking that Bryan Danielson is the greatest of all time. Like he's him. He's him. He's always been him. And I'm just like, man, we're still not even seeing him. Like he's been
But
injured.
that's the thing, man. Like you haven't even pulled back the layers.
It's like, let's go. Let's pull them all back. Like, give me that Bryan Daniels. Give me Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega again. Let's have the match. I don't care when you do it. Having it all in, having it all out. Just give me the match. I don't care. I want it. I want to
Because
see it.
honestly, like you said, I said he's in the discussion, but the only reason I said is he's in the discussion because it's not over yet. Like Kenny Omega has blood in his veins and breath in his lungs, and the same thing goes for Will Ospreay. Like
I mean, that match was special. That match was special.
yeah. And I mean, you also can't like Zack Sabre Jr. You can't keep him out of there. I mean, there are names that you can throw up there, right? Like that might, when it's all said and done, be in that top tier. But as of
Zack
now,
Sabre Jr. is. Hey man, all I'm gonna say here. Zack Sabre Jr. is looking a lot like Zack Sabre Senior right now.
yeah, he's slowing down a little bit. He
Zack
definitely
Sabre
is.
Senior right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's yeah, he is slowing down a little bit. I'll give it to you.
Little Zack Zack say cake Saber Senior right now. That's what he's looking like. He's like
But no, I mean,
anyway.
no, but you will not hear me say he's not one of the best wrestlers, if not the best wrestler in the world. He what he did was amazing.
Yep, I fully agree. Zack Sabre Jr. I'm sorry, Bryan Danielson, greatest of all time. You'll never hear me say Zack Sabre Jr. is greatest of all time. Although I do think Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the best technical wrestlers on the planet.
So yeah.
Omega versus Will Ospreay.
There's not much more we can say about that match.
Give us part 3. Do it at All In. Make all your money AEW, and let's just end it. Like give me an hour. Give me an Iron Man match. Like first of all, you know like my theory about like all matches. Like you know what my perfect stipulation for all matches are, or all the matches
What?
that I want to see are. Give me Make them all 60-minute Iron Man matches. No rope breaks and no countouts. You can do DQs, but no rope
Right.
breaks, no countouts. That is what I want out of my wrestling. If you are a company out there and you want to look, I cannot promise that you will have any other fans. You will have fan though. You will have fan.
You have fans.
Think about that.
I mean, that would be a good match, regardless of who it is. That's a great stipulation.
Oh, speaking of that, have you played Fight Forever yet?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I haven't because I've been too busy and lazy to do that. So
Do you have it yet?
tell me about the game. I haven't read up on it a lot.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about it. So it's for those of you who have played it or who haven't, whatever. For those of you who have played it, I'm sure you guys have opinion about it, especially the hardcore wrestling fans or whatever. Here's the thing: if you're expecting a well polished wrestling game, that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get an arcadey wrestling game that is fun. It's a lot of fun. It has a lot of technical issues. It does. Like the one of the biggest ones that I've seen is the tag team. The tag team aspect of it. If you're doing it in a story mode where you can't control the AI character, it's kind of wonky. So, for instance, the AI character will come in at times when you're getting pinned, right? At times. Sometimes they don't get in fast enough and you get pinned, whatever. So you honestly got to be quick on the draw to make sure you don't get pinned. Also, if you tag your AI character in, you got to be on standby to make sure you can save your AI character because some of them are stupid and they won't, like, if they get beat down long enough and they won't come back for pins half the time. But one thing you can do a blind tag. That's one of the things that's fun. You can definitely do a blind tag if they're close to you, and that's fun. And the team moves are pretty fun too. I did was it a Death Device on a Sting with John Moxley. Yeah, it's funny.
I need to download this game.
And the created character needs a little work, but it's pretty extensive for their first game. For their first game and the first created character, it's pretty extensive. Like you can change your
all
color
I need to know,
stuff.
Trevor, is it better than TNA Impact, like the video game?
It doesn't take much to be better than TNA Impact. But
look, you and I could we could put our heads together for like a week and come up and create a better game than that was.
Yeah, it's like I said, it has its technical issues, but it's fun. It's a fun arcadey wrestling game. Which I mean, what else more do you want?
Sorry.
And the what is this Stampede Arena Stampede thing?
I heard about this. Yeah,
that's coming up. I think this month or next month. One of it, and dude, you can hit people. You can run people over with horses. You can hit them with golf carts. I can't wait.
I heard the arcade, like they have like an arcade, like kind of not arcade, but the mini games. They have mini games.
Yeah, and you can download more of those. There are more of those coming soon too, and they're pretty fun for what they are. Yeah, they're definitely fun. Yeah.
Okay.
So overall, I mean, if I'm rating it a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Yeah,
that's cool.
6.5, 7 out of 10. It's worth playing. It's definitely worth playing.
Give me like a day to figure out the controls, and you're done. You're gonna play online, and you're done.
Hey. Bring it.
You know who I'm gonna be. I know who you're gonna be, and look, the better man will win.
I know who you're gonna be. You're gonna be Mr. Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, you damn right. No. That's like, could you imagine? It's like you're making his way to the ring. Michael Nakazawa. It would be. You know what would be really funny in that game? Is if like Michael Nakazawa and Brandon Cutler were like, like the computer like tutorial people, like the jobbers that you beat up in the tutorial mode. Like it's just them. Like actually, you don't even see them honestly, but yeah, yo, Kenny Omega is
fun to play with, and so is Orange Cassidy.
Kenny Omega's like his character like he's literally like a video game character come to life.
He is. He is. Ricky Starks is pretty fun to play with too, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And you know who else is kind of fun to play with? Eddie Kingston.
Have you played with Owen Hart yet?
No, I haven't gotten him yet. You got to unlock him.
Wow, man. Last question about Fight Forever because I know we have to talk about a little bit of Wembley stuff. But how have you played the story mode yet?
Yes, I'm in the middle of a story mode now, actually.
So one thing I've heard that I read online about the story mode is that it has like different like it has like like a lot of different outcomes, like depending on whether you win or lose. It's not like in WWE in those WWE games that would kind of like make the story modes would kind of like make you replay the thing until you win.
Right.
With
You
AEW,
have
what I
to do
read
a certain
was
thing.
that no matter if you win or lose, there's like a different outcome based off of that. If
Yeah,
this is
and
true,
that's
Trevor, and apparently there's like different like and like there's different for different wrestlers, there's like different stories they have. If this is true, Trevor, if this is true, I am about to play like every single outcome in this video game there
same.
is.
I haven't done all of them yet, of course, because I haven't been able to really sit down and play it. But so when you create a character, I created a character, and when you go through, they say, oh, if you win the casino, battle royal, whatever, you'll get a title shot. I lost the casino battle royal, so they said, you're not looking too good, but we have something for you. So they put me against John Moxley, beat the snot out of him.
We got something for you. What thing?
And so they beat the snot out of him. Then they say, you know what? You guys have great chemistry in the ring. Let's put you guys in a tag team. So that's what we're doing now.
I need to win that casino battle royale. Trevor, I'm going to beat that game. I'm going to win the casino battle royale my first try. I'm going to beat Bryan Danielson. Or I might create myself. I'm gonna make myself like 5 foot. I'm gonna make myself 5'4", which is just slightly below my regular height. I'm gonna like stick to the ropes, and I'm not going. No, 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 no. We can be here all night. There's no time
You
limit
do
on
have
this thing.
different weight classes. Like if you're not, and it's very similar to WWE in that aspect. The old WWE anyway. If you are like a lightweight, you can't pick up a super heavyweight.
Ah, damn it! I was
So,
gonna go for the big show. You went, oh, splash!
but no, I definitely say get it. I definitely say play it. You'll like it.
Who do you play in the story mode?
I'm playing with my created character. His name is what is his name?
Trev, the sauce man,
No.
Trev. Only Trev.
Actually, so when I was a kid, when I was born, my mom was was gonna name me Tristan. So I named the wrestler Tristan.
Tristan.
Tristan Jackson. Actually, that's his name.
Tristan Jackson. Man.
My family last name is Jackson, so yeah, that's why.
How many people I know who are named Tristan Jackson?
Do you really? I don't know anyone named Tristan.
I know. I do actually know one person named Tristan Jackson, but like I'm like, it sounds like a fairly common name.
I know a lot of Jacksons because one, that's my family name, last name. But like, I know a lot of Jacksons. I don't know any Tristans.
You know Tristan Thompson, right?
I mean, I don't know him.
And then you know him. You know him.
I know who he is.
Well, I guess now I definitely have to go and now I definitely have to go like download that game tonight. Cool. All right. So Wembley, Trevor, I'm going to ask you a wee bit of trivia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to guess the real number for WrestleMania 32. Okay.
Okay. It's a real number.
Real number. What
was the exaggerated number?
The number that WWE announced was 97 something.
97,000, right? Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah. The real one was, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 64, right, or 74.
Well, you got last year's WrestleMania. I think that was the one in LA. It was like 60 something.
Okay.
The one in Dallas, which was WrestleMania 32, or sorry, not WrestleMania. What am I? I don't even know what I'm saying. The last time they were in Dallas was a big ass arena. They did like 80,000. All right,
Okay.
in Texas at Jerry World, they did 80,000 tickets. Trevor, AEW All In at Wembley has now sold. I want you to guess how many.
I saw the number, but I don't remember it. Honestly, I really don't. But I saw the number. I know it's over 17 though, right?
17?
No, I know it's over 17. It's at least 70 something, right?
Oh, I thought you said 17, and I was like,
No, 70. No,
sir,
it's like
they've done a few 17s at this point.
it's like 70 something, right?
74,900 something is the
That's
number
what I
right
thought.
now, according to
That's
WrestleTix.
what I
Go
thought.
follow WrestleTix, by the way. Great work that they do. They now have expanded the arena to 85,000 plus in
Yeah, I know
available.
they opened up the top.
They've opened up the upper decks. They have not announced a match for this event yet, Trevor.
Not one. Not one.
If they announce Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, I think for some people that's gonna seal the deal, and there's gonna be like, "Yep, we're gonna do it,
Dude, I wish I could go to Wembley.
bro." Do you know? Like, part of me is just like, man, like I could, but I cannot justify spending the amount of money that it would take for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I could justify it. Like, don't get me wrong. If there's anyone who could justify it, it was me.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
also
couldn't go
like,
to
that's just something I can't like. I can't do. Had I not gone to Vegas for Double or Nothing, I probably would have gone to Wembley, and that thought is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. But
Yeah. I can't spend money like that right now.
you can. You got responsibilities.
Uh-huh. I get yelled at.
Hey, oh my god! Could you imagine? Can you imagine being the loser that yells at you? They're probably from Jersey. New Jersey. People think that's a state. If your entire personality is "I'm from New Jersey," like that means you don't got one. Fight me, Jerseyites. Fight me. My man had to blow his nose. He was laughing so.
That's hilarious.
Yep. Oh, you're gonna get yelled at for that one.
I always do.
Yep. We got Charles in the chat saying the resale of afterward the car will be announced will be high as hell. So I'm gonna actually pull it up. The resale is actually not as high as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Let me.
actually, surprisingly, it's not.
Would you see the chat, Trev?
No, I haven't seen.
I'm gonna leave that there. Just gonna leave that there. Give me 1 second while I find the WrestleTix Wembley map. In case you haven't already, though, guys, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, follow Trevor on Twitter at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT. Where the hell? How far back do I gotta go for Wembley WrestleTix?
Super
Oh, here
far.
we go. That's a big. I was like, oh, that's a big ass arena. All right. So the number was 74,888.
Gotcha.
Resale is only 1,000 tickets.
Interesting. That's actually interesting. Yeah. That's actually surprising.
These motherfuckers about to sell out. These motherfuckers about to sell out 90,000 people in this joint. Like,
dude, that's gonna be absolutely
did
insane,
you
though,
see
dude.
John Cena though? Did you see what this dude John Cena did? That was petty. WWE is funny as hell because they're so petty.
Right.
You saw what he did at Money in the Bank, right?
No, I don't. Did I? No, I mean,
so Cena came out interrupted Grayson Woola, was interrupted by Grayson Woola. But the entire promo that Cena cut was, all right, John Cena, because they were in London, right? It's like, John Cena's had some great times in London. And I have a question for you guys. How would you feel to have WrestleMania in London? like I was like, yo, y'all are so petty.
Oh my god.
They're so petty. And the funny thing is, there are no plans to bring WrestleMania to London at all. Like,
No,
because
wanted to
London
be.
isn't willing to pay the money that it would take, apparently. So, like, WWE's just them, like, being like, oh, we're petty. Look, the fans want WWE. They want wrestling. They want WWE in London. I just love how the jersey debate.
Don't let Sherman or Omar lie to you.
Oh yeah, no. When you're like, so like, my favorite part of New Jersey, when you're entering like the Holland Tunnel or whatever that bridge is, like when you're entering that Lincoln Tunnel, whatever it is, yeah, when I'm entering that's my favorite part. You know why?
Because you're leaving.
Yeah, because I'm leaving. Oh, my other favorite part, Delaware Memorial Bridge, great bridge, the best bridge.
I
The
will
best
say
part of the
this.
turnpike for me on the way out.
I like some diners in Jersey. I don't like all the people in Jersey. A lot of them suck. There are a few that I like
You're
though.
digging your own hole with this one. I
There
look,
are
I
a
like you
few
could have
that I love.
now you can't use the excuse that I was the one being unreasonable. Now you're
There are a few that I love, but other than that, Jersey's okay.
What is this? Liam saying, "Nah, Missouri is the goat state."
I don't
IDKY,
know,
but
but I don't know why, but it is.
I forgot Liam's from the UK. He's like, "What is
What is
Jersey?
in New Jersey?
We have Jersey, but what is?" It's the state next to New York, province, freaking, I don't know what you call it over there. Jeez. What is New Jersey? I don't even know how to like answer that question. It's a
It's not
cesspool,
OJ.
is what it is.
Oh boy, this show went somewhere.
Like how Louisiana is the Trevortainment state.
I like that.
It's responding to CCP and like it's called the Garden State. It's
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna like we need to go to Louisiana, like the welcome to Louisiana sign, vandalize it. No, that's a joke, YouTube bots, joke. All like very much a
Yeah,
joke.
it's a joke. You gonna get bit by a gator.
I'd probably get bit by a gator before I tried that. It should be. Oh, but that's a lot of tickets, man. That's gonna be a wild show. And did you see how they're?
I was looking for a match for it. That's all.
Have you seen the entrance, or sorry, the setup for it at all?
Not yet, actually. I haven't seen the setup. I
Here,
know it's online or whatever, but I haven't seen it yet.
let me see. I'm gonna try to pull it up just now because like the setup is really interesting. Um, let me see. Do do do.
Oh,
Okay.
and one thing that we need to talk about, when we were after this, but congratulations to Eddie Kingston
On what?
for
You got
winning
into
his
another fight? How about you about to say congratulations to Eddie Kingston for getting his ass whooped at on Dynamite last week.
Yeah, he won a championship. He won over in New Japan.
Oh yeah, he did win a belt. Look at him. We're so happy for Eddie Kingston. Whoop whoop.
I mean, he
No, I'm
probably
kidding. Of
deserved it.
course we're happy for Eddie Kingston. He deserved it. Like it's a
He
dream of his too to
definitely
win a belt
deserved
in New Japan. It's a dream of his.
it. Yeah, I mean, like he's honestly been working his ass off. He deserves it, definitely.
Okay, so
So
this is the map currently
okay,
of the setup. Let me see if we can try to zoom in a little bit here. Oh, there goes us. So this is
okay,
the map.
so they're coming from the side instead of the back,
Yeah.
and
So
which means
it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a little different, but it's gonna be a shorter ramp.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
Rams
going to be
definitely
like a bigger like crowd. The crowd's gonna be massive.
dude on both sides. Dude, like especially that since they opened up the upper deck. Can you? Dude, it's gonna be deafening in there.
Oh my god, do you know? It's gonna be
And that
crazy.
pyro is gonna be crazy.
I don't know. I don't know how to start with this one. I think he's trolling now. What is Eddie Kingston? Oh,
What
I
is
forgot.
it?
Liam doesn't watch AEW. He
Oh,
actually
does
might
he?
not know who Eddie Kingston is.
Oh, he's an angry man that is a good wrestler.
He's the most lovable, angry man you'll ever meet. His entire gimmick is, I'm Eddie Kingston, I'm mad at everyone, but everyone loves him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Apparently
want to
likes
see,
punching people in
I
the
want to
face.
see Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk again. I just want to see that happen. I want to see him do a promo again.
That
Do
was
it.
actually a pretty good match. Honestly, it wasn't bad. It was
It
a
was a
decent match.
really good match. It was
Like
probably
him and Jericho is probably one of the best matches I've seen in his career. Actually, besides when he won the belt recently, that was a damn good match too.
Liam says, I've been to Wembley. Are you going? You should go. If you are able to go to this show, I recommend going. It's gonna be once in a lifetime type of deal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's once a year, Undertaker. He only comes once a year. It's once a year, Undertaker. Like I know who he is. He's been feuding with Mox. Yeah. Yeah, that's him. Trevor, parting thoughts.
Ah, I actually had one. Um, I actually did have one.
What are you
So
watching?
I am watching not a lot, honestly. I mean, you know what? I've been watching a lot of the Ultimate Fighter recently with McGregor and what's his name. It's interesting. McGregor's team has been getting their butts kicked, but I've been watching that. I actually watched some old LA Knight. Well, not LA Knight, but you know, some old matches of his, and just been looking back on some other stuff. Yeah, just when I can, but for the most part, I've been playing video games and relaxing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
I
Absolutely.
agree.
So, no disagreement here. How about you, bud? What you watching nowadays?
I've been watching my freaking laptop at work is what I've been watching.
In the back of your eyelids.
Yeah. No, I haven't been watching that nearly enough as I probably should. But no, I mean, I finished The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
Yep, Tony definitely died. Spoiler alert.
I mean, duh.
What else? I watched Titanic for like the 50th time this year.
Right?
Oh, that's my favorite movie. Have I ever told you that? Yeah, Titanic's my favorite
No.
movie of
Oh,
all time.
it's one of your favorite movies?
It's like actually like my favorite movie of all time. No cap.
That's
Like
kind of interesting.
I have probably watched that movie 500 times in my life.
I
Genuinely.
didn't know you had a sensitive side.
Yeah, well, it's like in my opinion, it's like the best like epic type movie, like epic as a genre, movie
Mm.
that's ever been made.
One of my favorite movies of all time because I'm old. Is the very first Ninja Turtles movie made back in the 90s. I watch that at least once a year.
That's a
I
different
have to.
type of definitely is definitely a different type of movie.
Yeah, duh.
It's still better than all the rest of the Ninja Turtles movies they made after that, or after like
Oh,
the
listen,
first two.
the first two are the best ones.
No, that's what I'm saying. The
Uh,
first two, like,
yeah.
I'm talking about I'm comparing it to the new ones, like from the
Oh yeah.
2010s and the TMNT. Those were not good. Those were not
Not
good.
at all. No. Some of the cartoon, the first cartoon one, the CGI one, where Leonardo came back from the Amazon, that was pretty good. But the ones after that were kind of
The ones where they try to get grungy and serious, it was like, oh, y'all gotta stop this.
terrible. Oh,
Liam, no one is happier about you liking Ninja Turtles more than Liam.
I love Liam. Oh, Liam, if you're a comic book reader, read The Last Ronin. It's
Liam
made
can't
by
read.
He can write.
Can't read.
That's half the battle.
It's like you remember that episode of SpongeBob where Plankton had his whole family, like his hillbilly family, come over and
Oh
try to
yeah.
help him like steal the Krabby Patty formula, and then like the book
How
scared
about a
everyone
boost for
away,
Max Dixon?
and then like there's one Plankton left, and he's like, "Hey, what are you still doing here?" And he just goes, "Well, I can't read."
How about some more RAM for my laptop? Root bear. I remember
Root
that episode.
beer, do.
Help me steal this Krusty Krab formula, and you get all the root beer you can drink. Victory, thy name is Plankton. But no, ma'am, it's a comic book called The Last Ronin. It's the
Liam, you're right. You're right. But you know what else? You know what else? You're the one watching the mark on YouTube, all right? You're the one watching, subscribe to, tuning into the mark. That is your fault. That ain't on me. If I'm pathetic,
uh,
Liam, you're just like a
sad.
loser. Like, come on.
I like Liam.
That's the episode where Plankton's first name. Sheldon!
Yeah,
Yes!
that
That
is the
was
first. That is the
Look,
episode.
Liam, this might not be the format that you wanted it in, but you are getting Toon Talk.
Yeah. Oh man,
He's like, I am an OT Graps mark. Well,
we love it. We
we
enjoy it.
love it. We appreciate it for sure. I did okay, last thing I'll ask you, and then like we should go. Um what Blood and Guts coming up, Boston
Okay.
in 2 weeks. They're gonna announce the fifth member of each team tomorrow night on Dynamite. Who do you think it's going to be?
So it's Blackpool Combat Club, and
Yeah, so it's Blackpool Combat Club with the Elite. Right now, it's Claudio Castagnoli on one side. It's Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and
Shibata. No, what? Not Shibata.
oh my God, what was his name? I cannot. He- I keep blanking on his name.
the dude that's with
Takeshita.
what's
No, Konosuke Takeshita.
yeah.
So Takeshita, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Moxley, and a fifth member versus the Elite, Hangman Adam Page, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega with a fifth member. Each team has one member to name that they will name tomorrow. Chris Jericho seems to be someone who's going to be involved one way or another because of that promo from Don Callis, but I want to hear from
Right.
you.
If Jericho's gonna be involved, he might be on the BBC, which will
Jericho on the BBC.
uh, that's it's BCC, right? Blackpool
Yeah,
Combat Club.
yeah. Jericho on the BBC. See that you want to get viewers.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You want to get pay-per-view buys, AEW. That's how you do it.
Yep, I missed the letter. Sorry, Jericho.
You wouldn't be the first one.
but no, Jericho on yeah, that makes sense. For the Elite though, that would be that's interesting. I'm thinking it's gonna be someone from New Japan though.
I think you might be thinking right. So there's a few different things that they could do. The the way I see this happening, right? And just let me know if like this is the vision that you're envisioning here.
Okay.
Beginning of the night, they come out and they announce like who their fifth member is going to be.
Right.
And like everyone thinks, it's going to be, like Kenny Omega, he went to Japan, he came back and we're gonna see the reuniting of the Golden Lovers in AEW. Everyone like, right? But what if at the beginning of the night they come out, the Elite announces that Chris Jericho is their fifth member. Okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna have and like this is also like a matchup that you could book. Like Jericho, the Elite, like they were the founding members of AEW. going up
They
against
were.
all people who came in after the company was founded, right? Because
Mhm.
like those 5 people plus Cody, they were the ones at the press conference.
Yep.
Everyone else, Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler, Yuta, Bryan, like everyone else came in afterwards. So one way you could book it is Jericho on one side and then having CM Punk on the other, and it like literally be like, invaders versus originals type of deal. I think the more likely outcome is something along the lines of this. Beginning of the night, they announced that Jericho is on Team Elite, and then the end of the night, and Moxley comes out and says, "Well, at the end," and like, because like the whole thing was supposed to be like Jericho was supposed to come over with Don Callis' side, and it's like, well, now they got to come up with a new plan, right? It's like at the end of the night, we'll announce our person, and then end of the night comes, the Elite's in the ring, they're ready, they got their weapons in hand, they're ready to fight. Moxley comes down the ramp with his team, and he says, "You know, this wasn't the way we planned it, but luckily, it's time for plan B. Lucky for us, there's always a plan B." Jericho with Floyd the Bat, bam, knocks Kenny Omega, knocks a Hangman Page, and then they just beat up the Elite. Kind of a callback to the breakup of the Shield, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good callback. There's
I
always a
mean,
plan B. Like I
that,
look,
that would be a good one. It would.
maybe,
I could see that.
yeah. So and then like the next week, you come out and Omega could be like, I need to bring, I my love. Where are you? I don't know. You'd be like, my love, I need you, Coda.
The
Come here,
golden love.
Coda.
But yeah, that's who I think it's going to be. I honestly think it's going to be Coda.
It's gonna be Coda. I mean, could you imagine, bro? I can't wait for that for them to do Coda. But my favorite thing about Kota Ibushi is like when he no sells, and
Yeah.
he's got the best like I do not care. Like he'll get like hit in the face like with a punch, and he's like, that's it. He's gonna no sell the shit out of Wheeler Yuta. Poor man.
Oh God. Since we're on the way out of here,
Yep.
I'll give you guys something interesting to watch. Well, something funny to watch. I don't know if any of you know the brother Hulk Hogan used to
What did he do?
wrestle. He used to wrestle in New Japan. Have you seen this horribleness?
Bro,
Like,
his character. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Hulk Hogan in Japan is weird.
dude,
Like
he did an enziguri
it's
badly.
it's weird because he's like his whole thing when he went to Japan was like, I need to be more serious and more like sporty. And he would try all the sporty stuff and he'd fail epically. And like he was like a weird like tweener in whenever he was in Japan. It was so weird.
It was the heaviest drop kick I've ever seen in my life. Like he literally got 2 inches off the ground. Like he literally I forget who he's wrestling, but he literally tried to enziguri kick, and like, dude, like even the wrestler he's wrestling steps back, is like, what are you doing?
You remember when Hulk Hogan used to have a reality show?
Yeah, what was it? Was
Hogan
Hogan on
knows
that?
best.
Yeah.
That was a weird
The best
time.
thing about that show is when it got cut off.
The best no, for me the best part about that show was when Hulk Hogan claims that he was once upon a Hogan, apparently. Hogan was wrestling at a sold out Madison Square Garden. This is the story. Hulk Hogan's wrestling at a sold out Madison Square Garden, right in New York. And he's getting this phone call apparently. Like his agent's getting this phone call, his agent's not picking up. The arena's not picking up. He's out there. He's like, I'm selling out Hulkamania, brother. Apparently, because of this event and because like the event went long or something, Hulk Hogan missed a phone call from the company that made the George Foreman grill.
I did hear this.
Allegedly. And
Allegedly. Yeah,
Hulk
I don't know if
Hogan
it's true or not, but I did
alleges
hear it.
that after like 14 minutes of calling that number or something, they gave up and went to their plan B in George Foreman. Trevor, the bullshit meter is broken on this one. Because you know damn well, whatever company you are, right? I'll try more. Like if I'm trying to get like a big celebrity endorsement or something, I'm gonna try for more than 14 minutes, Trev. I'm gonna try for more
Yeah,
than 14 minutes.
exactly. I'm gonna try at least a day or two. If I'm really
Bro, this is the 80s or whatever. I'm gonna try like a week until if I can't find him after a week. I mean, it's what it is. But
it
like,
is right.
now, sure. But like, I'm like, bro, like, no, I gotta hear back from you. Like, it's Hulk Hogan, brother.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember hearing this story. I really do, and I remember thinking the same thing. That's BS, complete bullshit. Like,
all the stories this man tells are BS.
like the story he told about how like Roddy Piper never sold him, and like that was completely disrespectful because he would never do that. Like,
There's
really, dude?
video of it, and he sold for him. Hogan no sold everything Warrior did at WrestleMania 6.
Dude,
Kicked out at
he barely got pinned.
3.0000001. Like this man was out here like wild and like, no bullshit meter with this one. I swear to God.
Dude, he barely got pinned. Like as soon as they counted to three, he was kicking out.
No, it's like he's got to get ready though. Like my favorite thing is like he used to use in WCW when he didn't care when he was in WCW.
Yeah.
It got to the point where he was just like, okay, like, all right, cool. I'm down for a 2 count. I'm gonna go down like this so that I can easily kick out. So everyone knows this didn't affect me. Just want you to this did
Right.
not affect me. I'm good.
Like I
You got
still think
Charles. Sorry,
the
go ahead.
best I'm sorry. The best counteracted to that was, oh, you don't want to sell for me? I'm gonna oversell everything you do. Shawn Michaels.
Look, your case for Shawn Michaels being the GOAT, that if you're gonna make the case, that might be you're in with me. Like I will see that. I will definitely see that.
God, that was a funny match.
Hilarious. Oh man. All right. Well, Trevor.
You about to read some messages, or because you about to read Charles?
Uh,
It seemed like.
oh, Charles. So, let's see. What do you say? They want to make a Hogan. Oh, they wanted to make the Hogan sandwich maker. That's what it was. Same
Okay.
shit, isn't it? Tired. Tired as
Tired.
hell.
But,
Good live. Thank you.
thank you, Jay.
Bye. Take care. You too, Charles. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Charles.
Liam, appreciate you too. Music, you were here earlier. CC, every single person who's joined us, we appreciate you. Guys, if you haven't already done so, go on to the Twitter machine and follow Trevor at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TRVERTAINMENT. You can follow me too if you want at Real OMERQ. Definitely go follow at Real Take W on Twitter. OT Graps, the show that is a show that we do.
Show things.
Yep. Until yes, Liam already knows where this is going. Liam already knows what's going. Until next time, guys.
Love those who are close. Hug those who are close. And love those who are far. Guys, be good to yourself. Enjoy your week. Read a book. Go outside. Enjoy your life. It's too short.
Except for Liam, he can't read. Love you, Liam.
I
I
don't
swear to
feel the
God.
same sentiment.
I swear to God, I love you, Liam. Until next time, guys, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. Next time. Anyway, now those marks are gone. So, like these idiots think we like them.
It's a plan to take all their monies.
Liam, like what a loser. He thinks I like him. He thinks we're friends.
It's kind of sad. It
I
is.
know, right? I know, right, dude. Could you imagine, being such a loser? You tune into someone's stream, and then you think you're friends with them. You think we're not laughing. Like if Liam was here right now, If you were watching this right now, if we were still live somehow, and who's watching this right now, I'd be like, "You loser." We're laughing at you, not with you.
Funny.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You know?
For a second there, we had him. For a second there, Liam was like, "Oh, they're talking shit."
That was great.
No, all love here. All love. It's a bit. It's a
Guys.
bit.
Love you guys.
If we didn't love you, we wouldn't be doing bits like that. Keep you all on your toes. But seriously, all that lovey-dovey stuff Trevor said. Keep it real. Until next time, we'll see you.
See you next week, guys.